Hi guys, welcome back to Yanni's room. Tara, pasok, feel at home. And nakakaloka, feeling ko ang confusing na ng pormahan ko dito sa podcast. Kasi susuotin ko yung isang t-shirt ko, tapos na-realize ko, oh my God, parang ilang episodes ko na ata na yun yung suot ko. Feel ko may idea kayo kung anong t-shirt yon. Most likely, Any Names Okay shirt yon. Dahil alam nyong mahal na mahal ko yung shirts nila. Tapos last week, sobrang tomboy, sobrang pogi ng pormahan ko. Tapos ngayon mukha akong Unika iha, ang hobby ay mag-gardening. Honestly kasi, lahat ng damit ko ay nasa maleta na dahil pauwi na ako ng Pilipinas. Feeling ko pag lumabas to episode na to ay nasa Pilipinas na ako. Nag-i-imbak ako ng episodes kasi medyo, may mga changes na paparating sa Yanni's room. For example, like mag-iiba na yung host. May changes, yes. I'm so excited sa kung ano ang pwedeng may offer na podcast na to sa inyo. At yun lang. At saka medyo worried ako kasi baka hindi ako makapag-shoot pag uwi ko dahil ano yung mangyayari. Syempre mag-a-adjust pa ako. And anyway. So for today's episode, sobrang like sumabak ako sa episode na to na hindi ko alam kung ano ang gusto kong sabihin at hindi ko alam kung anong mangyayari. I love that for me, I guess. So ang gusto kong topic today ay love language. Naniniwala ba kayo sa love language? Hindi ko alam yung thoughts ko about it. I think it's real. I think iba-iba tayo ng love language. May Tagalog, may French, and funny yun in my mind. I think it's real. Kasi ang love language, from what I know, is iba yung love language mo based on like how you want to receive love, and then iba din yung love language mo on how you want to give love. Right? I think sa relationships, iba-iba yung love language ng mga tao, like in a couple or in a throuple. Inclusivity. Okay? I mean, in a relationship, it's very important na alam mo kung paano gusto ng partner mo na mahalin siya and kung paano siya mag-show ng love, and then vice versa for it to work. Wow! I feel like I can recall a lot. Hindi man a lot. Akala mo naman sobrang dami ko naging ex. Pero, syempre, nung nakapag-ponder na ako after ng relationships ko, na-realize ko na, medyo malaking part ng reason why one of my relationships fell off is because hindi kami nagtugma sa part na yun. Or at least hindi namin na-communicate sa isa't isa na, hey, ganito ko na-feel na mahal ako ng isang tao and maybe you can work on this. And hey, ganito ako magmahal. Does this work for you? Ganong part. Feeling ko lang, I think love language is very important na mapag-usapan. Kasi, hindi naman necessarily dapat parehas kayo ng love language ng partner mo. I think important lang na ma-communicate nyo sa isa't isa na ganito ako magmahal at ganito ko gustong mahalin. And then see how it can work out. Still sabi ko, ngayon, from what I know, ang love language ko ay kasi di ba 5? Receiving gifts, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation. Right? Ayun yung alam ko. Hindi ko pa tinitake yung test. Pero, ang hunch ko is, how I want to receive love, gifts. Kasi gusto ko ng luho. Hindi. How I want to receive love ay acts of service. Kasi kapag ang dami kong ginagawa, sobrang na-appreciate yun kapag tinutulungan ako without me asking them. Yun yung alam ko ha. Yun yung definition ng acts of service, hindi ba? And then, how I give love, most likely acts of service din. Or, oh my God, feeling ko magaling ako sa words of affirmation. Yeah. Pero hindi ko alam. Kaya nga natin itetest, di ba? Kaya nga natin itetest eh. Okay, so, ina-encourage ko ang aking audience to please stand up for the opening prayer. And then, pwede kayo mag-take with me. So, ito ay yung sa 5lovelanguages.com. Okay, i-screen record ko para hindi ko makalimutan. How do you describe yourself? I am an adult. I am taking the quiz for my child. As a single mother. How do you describe yourself? Beautiful. Ang dami kong punchline. I am single. Yes. It's more meaningful to me when I hear someone I love tell me, I'm proud of you. I can spend alone time with someone I love. Just us. Kailangan ko ba mamili? Parang both naman okay. I feel like mas na-appreciate ko yung I can spend alone time with someone I love. Just us. Parang unang question pa lang, nahihirapan na ako. Wait lang, let me think. Na-overthink ko ba to? Ilang questions to? 30 questions? First question pa lang, hirap na ako. I feel like that's the thing with quality time. Okay naman ako mag-spend ng time with my partner. Siyempre, gusto ko yun, yung kami lang. Pero hindi ako very big on palagi. Okay lang sa akin mag-spend ng time with other people. I hear someone I love tell me I'm proud of you. The thing about it is, ang dami ko ina-analyze. Big ba ako on words of affirmation? Even before kasi, parang hindi. Kasi feel ko minsan, alam niyo yung sinasabi lang nila na I'm proud of you. Tas it's kind and it's lovely, pero feeling ko minsan hindi mini-mean. Shit. Oh my God. Huwag ka mag-overthink. Pumili ka lang. Pero hindi ako makapili. I'm proud of you. How does that make me feel? Bakit na? Sige, pipili na lang ako. Piliin ko yung spend time alone. I feel like I appreciate that. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love takes care of something I'm responsible to do but I feel too stressed to... Yes, yun na agad. Ay, sorry. Meron pala. I can share a meaningful touch in public with someone I love. Oh my God, super na-appreciate ko yun talaga. Feeling ko talaga acts of service yung magiging result nito. Kasi mabilis ako ma-overwhelm, okay? Like, kaya yun yung reason kung bakit ako nagpa-planners. Kasi minsan ang dami kong gustong gawin sa isang araw. Tapos sobrang nai-stress ako. And then wala akong nagagawa. And so kapag nagpa-planner ako, nakaka-help na nakikita ko na nababawasan yung task ko. Honestly guys, just between me and you and God and my audience, feel ko may ADHD. Ayoko mag-self-diagnose, okay? Ayoko mag-self-diagnose. Pero based lang sa mga nakikita ko, parang, oh, that's so... never mind. Okay. Forget na sinabi ko yun. Pero sobrang na-appreciate ko to, yung I don't even have to ask, tapos they do it for me. Pero not necessarily like sasaluhin nila yung project, sasaluhin nila yung big task. Kunyari, alam niyo yung makita lang nila ako na na-stress kasi may hindi ako mabili, tas gagawin nila for me. Amazing. Amazing. Yun ang pipiliin ko. It's more meaningful to me when I get the chance to just hang out with someone I love. Someone I love gives me a little gift as a token of our love of concern for each other. Oh my God, hindi ko in-expect na parang yung hanging out with my partner sounds so good to me right now. Kasi before, hindi. Kasi madami akong friends. And I love going out. So before, nagkaroon ako ng problem na gano'n na gusto ko makasama ng partner ko. Pero I wanna do something else. Pero right now, hanging out with my partner sounds good. But the thing is, ayoko kasi ng palagi. Okay, pipiliin ko yung little gift. Kasi sobrang gusto ko kapag binibigyan ako ng gift, okay? Someone I love that does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things. Of course. I hear from someone I love that they love me. Oh my God, yung someone I love, yung first, action, right? I think action is more, for me. The thing is, pang ilang beses ko na sinabi ang the thing is, parang ayun ang phrase of the episode. Na-appreciate ko naman ang I love you. Real, like yung phrase, I feel like syempre iba yun kapag naririnig mo from your partner. Pero mas ma-appreciate ko if makikita ko yun sa little things na ginagawa niya. More on sa action. I'd love to see it more sa actions rather than just hear it. Feeling ko ang talino ko sa part na yun. Okay. Someone I love takes time to listen to me and really understand my feelings. Or someone I love does something special for me to help out. For this one, pipiliin ko in someone I love takes the time to listen to me and really understand my feelings. From experience. Cams, alam niyo yung sinasabi na it's important to communicate to each other. Totoo naman yon. Pero I feel like nakakalimutan na part dun is you need to listen. Iba kapag, like, kayang ibaba ng partner mo, or even like ng friend, someone that you love, kaya nilang ibaba yung pride nila, or at least iset aside muna yung anger na feel nila, and listen to you and understand why you feel this way. And if hindi nila yung matanggap, edi pwede nilang sabihin ko ano. Pero iba talaga kapag kaya ng partner mo maki-empathize with you. Feeling ko, isa yun sa mga hanapin ko sa next na partners ko. Kasi, partners, baka trouble ang next kong relationship. Keme. Feeling ko isa yun sa mga hanapin ko sa next na partner ko kasi confident ako na kaya ko yung gawin. Confident ako na kaya kong not necessarily like i-neglect yung feelings ko, pero kaya ko siyang iset aside para pakinggan kita. And kaya kong maki-empathize. And feeling ko yun yung gusto ko na makuha din sa partner ko. sa mga magiging next na relationship ko. Kasi, ang hirap kapag parehas kayong like nagto-talk lang and then walang na-absorb. I feel like iba talaga ang active listening and understanding and empathizing sa isang relationship. Pag sinabi mong communicate, it doesn't mean just say it out loud. It doesn't mean, okay, ito yung gusto ko mangyari, ito yung feelings ko, and then ilalapag mo. Na-communicate ko na, nasabi ko na eh. I feel like hindi lang doon stop ang communicating. Hindi lang yon. Dapat meron din listening to your partner and then seeing paano kaya tayo makaka-work around this. And then empathizing. Important yun for me. Medyo feeling ko out of like medyo malayong topic na to. Pero deal breaker ko sa isang relationship yung mumurahin ako sa isang away. wala palang connect yun. Wala palang connect yun sa sinasabi ko. Pero palamura akong person. Okay, sa isang sentence, like, for sure na meron akong mura. Kaya ako murahin yung partner ko, nagpa-joke. Pero kung mag-uusap tayo, tapos bigla mo ako mumurahin ng seryoso, bitch, get out. Sorry, walang connect yun. Pero naisip ko kasi word. Tapos yung utak ko biglang napag-connect. Sorry. Okay, next. It's more, grabe, 6 questions pa lang. Sorry. Someone I love gives me something that shows they were really thinking about me. I'm touching someone I love frequently to express our friendship. Hindi ako big on physical touch. I feel like mas important sa akin yung first. Ang sweet kaya nun, na parang, oh my God, naalala ko siya dito kasi gusto niya to. And so, ibibigay. Alam niyo, hindi lang yung limited to gifts. Alam niyo, super na-appreciate ko or kinikilig ako kapag feel ko na perceive ako na kunyari may maaalala yung person na to na sobrang niche about me, tas nakita lang nila from observation. May example ako for this. Hindi malalaman yun ng lahat. Pero kay Kim to, kay Kim nangyari to. Pero umiinom kami na ng kape. Tapos, nilapag ko yung baso ko. Tapos sabi niya, hindi mo na naman inubos. Tapos, sabi ni Kim, alam ni Kim, sabi niya, alam ko na hindi mo inuubos yung mga drinks mo. Tapos napaano ako, like, that is something na I never thought mapapansin ng anyone. Kasi, kapag nagde-drinks ako, lagi may natitira. Kapag nakaganyan na yung drinks ko, feel ko ubos na yon. Almost never akong nakasimot ng drink, ng ubos na ubos talaga. Kasi, kapag ice drink, feel ko watered down na, wala nang lasa. Tapos kapag hot drink, kapag nandun na yun sa part na yun, hindi na siya mainit. So, for me, ubos na kapag ganon. Tapos napansin yun ni Kim. Tapos something na, appreciate ko yun. So, for me, very big ako on that na naalala yung mga little things about you. Tapos bibili sila na something. Kahit hindi mahal na bagay. Right? Speaking of that, doon lang ako medyo nagigilty. Kasi gustong-gusto ko kapag nangyayari yun. But my memory is not that sharp. And hindi ako ganun ka-observant. So, hindi ko yun nagagawa sa mga taong mahal ko. And I try. Feel ko ngayon mas nagtatry ako na i-observe or mas kilalanin yung mga taong special to me. Hindi lang partners even like my mom, my friends. Parang ano kaya yung something na gusto nila and something that I can observe from being with them or talking to them every day. Alam niyo yun? Kasi to be loved is to be loved is to be perceived. To be perceived is to be loved. Either way. I think it's very sweet. Next, someone I love touches my arm or shoulder to show their care or concern. I hear someone I love tell me how much I mean to him or her. Oh my God, sobrang importante naman sa akin ng words of affirmation. Pero it doesn't look appealing to me. Okay. Someone I love touches my arm. Lord drop. 8 questions in, meron na ako agad Lord drop. Hindi ako big also on physical touch. Like before, as in lagi ko sinasabi na nasa pinakamababa ko ang physical touch. Yun din ang reason kung bakit ako pumatol sa poser. Okay? Kakaiba talaga ang teenage years ko. As in, ibang episode ko na lang yon, teenage angst and all. Pero kasi teenage years na sobrang baba ng self-esteem and all. Kaya ako pumatol ng poser kasi hindi kailangan makita yung mukha ko. Di ba grabe, sobrang depressing. Tapos noong time na yon, dahil online, internet love, ang dalas ko din makipag-LDR. I mean, yung first girlfriend ko, almost LDR yon. Tapos for me, hindi importante yung physical touch. Kasi, nakita niyo ba yung pattern? Feeling ko lang kaya ko mag-live without it. mayroon akong girlfriend na nag-LDR, hindi kami araw-araw magkita. Hindi ko need everything to be touched. Okay? Hindi ko siya na-appreciate before. Ang pinaka-ugat talaga nun though ay hindi to therapy, pero feel ko rin isang factor is, anak ako ng OFW. Like, bata pa lang ako. As in, nag-abroad na yung nanay ko. And so, di ba? Like, Pinoy ka ba talaga kung wala kang kamag-anak na OFW, ha? And so, parang nasanay ako na lahat ng close, naman lahat. Pero parang yung mga intimate relationships ko is, nagli-live without proximity. Like, nagsusurvive yung intimate relationships ko without the need na ma-touch ko sila everyday. And so, yun yung reason kung bakit hindi sobrang big to me ng physical touch before. Naging big lang siya sa akin, as in, na-appreciate ko siya nung one time, nagkasakit ako. Tapos, okay, ayokong gawan nyo to ng something weird kasi kilala ko ang internet and ayoko ma-misconstrue to into something weird. Nagkasakit ako nun, tapos minasahay ako ng dad ko dito sa ulo. And then sa back. Tapos grabe yung relief. And then, I feel like sobrang, iyak. Ano to? No. Di mo kaya challenge, wag umiyak sa isang episode. And then, alam niyo yung feeling ko na, like, naalagaan talaga ako for that. Hindi. Tapos, dun ko lang siya na-appreciate. Alam niyo, ever since, para siyang life-changing na, oh my God, ganun pala yung feeling ng physical touch and why it can make you feel loved. Kasi, sanay din ako na pa nagkakasakit ako ay, wait lang. Puta, fail agad. Ayoko na. Alam niyo, pwede kayong take a shot every time maluluha si Yani sa episode niya. Sorry guys, this is so Aquarius of me, sabi sa isang comment. Ko alam kung bakit. Anyway, nasanay din kasi siguro ako na pa nagkakasakit ako ay, hindi ako pinapabayaan ng parents ko pero parang sanay lang ako na alagaan ko yung sarili ko ganun. So, nung nagkasakit ako, tapos yun, yung binasahin ng dad ko yung noo ko, sintido ko, and then yung back ko. Grabe yung relief, and grabe yung feel ko na alagaan ako. Tapos na-realize ko, okay, ito yung reason kung bakit gustong-gusto ng mga tao yung physical touch. I get it. I understand it now. And feel ko, since then, mas naging appreciative ako of that. Next, someone I love works on special projects with me that I have to complete. Sorry. I get a gift that someone I love put thought into choosing. Oh my God. Okay. Feel ko mas na-appreciate ko pa rin yung special projects. Not necessarily gagawin niya yung project na ginagawa ko, pero super na-appreciate ko if sabay kaming gumagawa ng something else. Kaya siguro gusto ko rin sa partner ko yung meron silang sariling thing going on for them. Like, parehas tayong gumagawa ng mga bagay na mahal natin. I think very din yun, quality time din yun. Pero yan, na-appreciate ko to. Na-experience ko na tinulungan ako ng partner ko before sa isang project. Someone I love puts their arm around me in public. Makakangalay. Someone I love doesn't interrupt me while I'm... Right. Duh. I hear the words, I appreciate you from someone I love. Someone I love gives me an exciting gift. Usually, pipiliin ko siguro yung gift. Pero iba yun kapag like sobrang sabihin sa'yo, hey, I appreciate you. Parang gusto ko yun. Someone I love gives me a little gift that they picked up in the course of their normal day. Someone I love does something practical to help me out. Oh my God. Okay, parang cute yung gift. Imagine, like, nag-go ka lang on your normal day, tapos bigla kami nakita na something that reminds you of me. So, bili mo for me? Sweet yun. I'm able to be in close physical proximity to someone I love. I'm around someone I love even if we're not really doing anything. Oh my God. Natitest yung pagiging anak ng OFW ko dito What the fuck? Wait lang, let me think. Can we be clear? Pa-break na ba kami? Or... Magkaiba kasi yun. Okay, wait. Feel ko na, mas appreciate ko yun. Yung kaya ko maging comfortable with someone kahit wala kaming ginagawa. Right? Someone I love says something encouraging to me or someone I love helps me out when they know I'm already yes. Hindi lang to, for romantic partners, even for friends. I get a back rub from someone I love. Someone I love surprises me with a small token of their appreciation. Back rub? Nililibagan mo ba ako? Can't. Hindi. Okay. Mas gusto ko yung token of appreciation. I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby with someone I love. I get a hug from someone whom I haven't seen in a while. Aww! Shit, iba yun. Iba yung yakap after mo kayong hindi magkita na matagal. But at the same time, ang sarap din mag-shared activity or hobby. Feeling ko mas gusto ko yun. Someone I love goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me. I hear praise from someone. Okay, gusto ko yun. Hindi pa talaga ako big on words of appreciation. Affirmation pala. I can share an innocent touch. Sorry, di ko napigilan. Someone I love does something unexpected for me to help out with the project. Yung feeling ko normally, I'd say mas pipiliin ko yung something unexpected. That sounds so promising to me. Feeling ko talaga kaya ganito ako, kaya super na-appreciate ko yun kasi sobrang importante sa akin ng career. And so, nasa isip ko lang talaga is work. Ano ba to? Pero ang cute din pakinggan ng innocent touch, no? Alam niyo yung mga touch na sobrang unexpected. Hindi yung hindi yung bastos, okay? Kunyari, unconscious na magagawa ng partner mo yung hawakan ka sa tuhod. Okay, pipiliin ko yun. Someone I love and haven't seen for a while thinks enough of me to give me a little gift. I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with those I love. Okay, parang gusto ko yun. Someone I love sends me a loving note for no special reason. I receive a gift from someone I love. Cute yung first, no? Sige, cute yung first. Ano ba to? Ang dami namang commercial nito. Okay, guys, 21 na. Gift giving is an important part of the relationship with someone I love. I hear supportive words. Totoo both. Totoo both. Oh my God. Ba't ko ba kasi tinake tong quiz na to? Ngayon tuloy, hirap na hirap ako. Importante sa akin ng gift giving. Sorry guys. Sorry. Sobrang love ko ang gift giving. Hindi naman sa pagiging materialistic. Baka nga ganun. I hear supportive words from someone I love. But also, sobrang big din ng supportive words. Lalo na for someone like me, na anxious madalas. And sobrang nakakatulong sa akin yung words ng friends ko. So, okay. I send someone I love, showing interest in the things they care about. Ay, ang cute naman nun. Someone I love does something for me that I know they don't particularly... Okay, no. Hindi ako very big on that. If hindi ko papagawan ang partner ko ng something na hindi nila na-enjoy. Pero, ba't partner ko? And friends ko. Pero, like, alam niyo kung ginawa nila, kahit hindi nila na-enjoy, pero ginawa nila for you. Parang cute din pala yun. Pero parang mas gusto ko yung mag-show ng interest in something na I care about. Kasi it means parang mas active yung pag-build nila ng, okay, maybe I can do this. Gets ba? Paliwanag. Someone I love helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy. Busy. I hug someone I love. As a busy person din, hindi ako masyadong busy ngayon. Pero like, usually before, busy ako palagi. Ayoko na nang iistorbo ako ng taong busy. Feel ko pag marami na silang ginagawa, nakakahiya na sumingit pa. Pero yung kapag, grabe din naman yung tutulong sila kahit busy sila, no? Big din naman talaga yun. And I think that's kind. I hug someone I love. Big ba ako on hug? See, guys, newbie ako eh. Rookie lang ako sa physical touch. So medyo hindi ko alam if na-appreciate ko ba ang hug from someone that I love. Ang pinakamadalas kong mayakap for the past few months ay nanay ko. At sobrang love ko i-hug yung nanay ko kasi ang sama ng mukha. Parang siyang teddy bear. I feel like mas hug ako. Just because ayoko nang istorbo ng busy. Kasi alam kong ayoko din na gaganunin ako. I get to do things with someone I love. I can look forward to a holiday because I'll probably get a gift from someone. Okay, ang pangit naman nun. More like, I look forward to a holiday kasi makakasama ko yung person. Not because makaka-receive ako ng gift. Sige, I get to do things. Okay. I feel connected to someone I love through a hug. I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason. Oh my God, gusto ko yun. Compliment. Again, hindi ko alam kung anong feelings ko about hugging. Guys, sorry. Babalikan ko na lang kayo siguro next time. I am complimented by someone I love on my appearance. I can be comfortable holding hands, high-fiving, or putting my... Okay, cute yun. Cute yun. Of course, iba ang ma-compliment ng, wow, ang ganda mo. Pero, minsan kasi hindi ko alam if gusto kong paniwalaan. So, maybe may ano na yun, may issue pa of self-esteem and all. Medyo complicated. Mas gusto ko yung isa. I'm comfortable holding hands, high-fiving, or putting my arm around someone I love. Maging, cute nun. Hindi ko gusto magjowa, Cute lang yung thought. Thought ang pota. Someone I love offers to run errands for me. I'm able to be just around someone I love. Okay na ako dun sa around. Yung run errands, actually na-appreciate ko din yun. But feel ko mas ma-appreciate ko if run errands with someone I love. Ooh! Diyan na papasok ang patok na patok sa mga chikiting grocery date. Hindi ko pa siya na-experience ko na pala siya. Sorry. Nakalimutan ko na kasi yung ex ko na yan. Tirapan ko na yun sa ano. Pero masaya siya. Super love ko yung grocery dates. It feels so domestic. So, mas gusto ko siguro yung able to be just around someone I love. Kasi yung run errands, rather than run errands for me, I'd love to run errands with my partner. Okay? It's more meaningful to me when someone I love doesn't check their phone while we're talking with each other. Someone I love reacts positively to something I've accomplished. Feeling ko given naman na yung magre-react positively eh. Kasi kung hindi ka magre-react positively, ano ka? Inggitera? Inggitera kitang kaibigan? Ano ka? Why are you here? And confident ako, at least from what I know, na wala akong friend na ganon, na inggit. Kasi magagaling yung friends ko eh. So, may sarili-sarili silang ginagawa sa buhay nila. And so, feeling ko mas na-appreciate ko in this case, yung hindi nagpo-phone while we're talking to each other. So, what the fuck do you mean nagpo-phone ka sa harap ko habang kausap mo ko? Bored ka ba? Nasabi ko na to sa previous episode. Ayoko nun. Okay. Someone I love helps me with the task I unexpectedly get small gifts from someone I love. Someone I love helps me with the task. Feel ko. Ay, putang ina mo, there was an error with your submission. Jesus Christ! Sorry, napamura ako kasi what the hell? What do you mean may error? What do you mean may error? Hindi ko malalaman yung results? Okay guys, pause. Wait mo lang. Sasagutan ko ulit. Malalaman natin yung results. Hindi ako papayag na hindi. Saglit lang. Ipapa-fast forward ko sa editor ko yung part na to. Nakakaloka. Okay. Oh my God. Your primary love language. Quality time. Niloloko ba ako nito? Totoo ba? Oh my God, nagbago na. Last ko to before. Alam niyo yung reason kung bakit ko siya last? Kasi naging problema ko nga siya sa last relationship ko before na ang dami kong gustong gawin. Tapos, yung partner ko is hindi ganon. And then, parang gusto lang din niya ng time. Tapos, hindi ko maibigay kasi ang dami kong gusto gawin. So, parang may part of me na naisip ko nun, okay, last ko, quality time. What do you mean, first ko siya? Oh my God! Totoo ba to? Okay, love is best expressed through focused presence, deep conversations, shared experiences. Okay. Distractions hurt. Okay. Shock! Feel ko, feel ko baka kasi wala na rin yung thinking ko dun sa past relationship ko na yun, sa ex ko na yun. Baka na to, more of with how I love to spend time with my friends. Maybe ito yung nafe-feel ko towards my friends. Isa talaga sa mga importanteng tao sa buhay ko ang friends ko at family ko. I thought acts of service would be like mas first though. Pero okay. My God! What the hell? Totoo ba to? 33% quality time, 20% acts of service. Words of affirmation ko, 17%. Like, siya ang third. Sister! Di ko in-expect to. Like, mas nauna na ang quality time at words of affirmation. Like, nasa top 3 na sila right now. Huli ko pa rin ang physical touch. Nag-improve ang physical touch ko last time, though. What your results reveal. Wow! What a revelation to me. I think may truth to that. Papanoorin ko na lang siguro to ulit episode na to para makita ang aking thoughts. Amazing din siguro talaga, no? How we can change and hindi natin notice yung change na ginagawa natin sa selves natin. But I feel like yung answers ko din kasi is mostly what I learned from my past relationships. Hindi lang romantica, like including friendships. May mga friends na rin akong hindi ko na rin nakakausap eh. So, wala na akong daldal on that. Wala na akong conclusion on that kasi kayo na pa ako dumadaldal. Pero ang question ko for everyone is, kung nag-take kayo ng quiz or kung hunch nyo lang, what is your love language? Feeling ko tumatabing yung bibig ko. Yun lang naman, i-comment nyo dito sa comment section malamang Or itag nyo ako sa stories nyo. Guys, mas i-encourage ko kayong itag yung kwarto ni Yani kasi mas mariristory ko doon. Actually, nire-story ko yun sa Yani Hates You. Pero hindi ko kasi nakikita lahat kasi nagpo-post din ako ng kalokohan, di ba? So, itag nyo kami at kwarto ni Yani on TikTok and Instagram. Nagpo-post kami doon ng reels and mga kaek-ekan. And oh my God, guys, sobrang daming changes na mangyayari sa Yani's room. And I hope magustuhan nyo, whatever. And itag nyo na rin ako at Yani Hatisu. Yani Hatisu on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and Twitter. And also, I am planning na gumawa ng Facebook group for everyone para doon tayo mag-interact. What do you think? What do you think? Ba't ko pa kayo tinatanong? Gagawa talaga ako. Balikan nyo ako. Or baka na-link ko na dito. Na-link ko na dito. Yes, sa comment section, yung link ng Facebook group for Yani's Room. So, mag-join kayo. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye! Shocking! My God!